Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Henry and Susan, and we are live again. Another Tuesday. Today, we're going to be talking about solar panel cleaners flooding the industry with low prices. And this could be a problem for a lot of solar panel cleaners that are just getting into the industry itself, that are coming in and want to do this business and finding out that they might not be able to make it and survive with some of the prices that are extremely low. So we want to make sure that you guys are aware of pricing when it comes to solar panel cleaning, pricing when it comes to customers, what they should be looking out for, and so forth. Anything to add?
That's what we want to start with. The different pricing of what a lot of solar panels are going out there and telling their customers how much they charge for their services, because a lot of them are being very low when it's the summer and it's very, very hot.
Right.
And it's hotter up on the roof than it is on the bottom. So that's what a lot of customers don't seem to understand, why we charge what we charge because of that. And I had to explain that to a customer yesterday as to why we couldn't go any lower than what I quoted them to clean their solar panels. And, they tried to go lower and lower. And I said, no, I'm sorry, we cannot do that because of this and that. So
you're going to find out that you're going to get phone calls from customers. They're going to call you. They're going to come up with every excuse in the book. We have a lot of people calling us for pricing, a lot of people. And hey, what do you charge for a single story? And then right afterwards, well, what do you charge for a 2-story? My brother lives down the street. He has a 2-story house, and what have you. And then when we ask for a physical address, they don't want to give that information. So when they don't want to give that information, it becomes very difficult, because we kind of know that there's people out there, other solar panel cleaners, fishing for prices, trying to figure out what we charge, trying to figure out if they can beat us at our own game. There are things that we put into play. There are things that we actually look out for. There are certain questions that we will ask customers to kind of know if they're a real customer or not. One of the big things that I love to do, especially like for bird proofing, is if they give us any type of excuse, we will make sure that we go out there and we'll say, hey, look, we need to take a look at it to give you an accurate quote, which is true. We do. And so we'll get an address and we'll make an appointment to go out there and actually take a look at how bad the situation may be. Because if we go out and we give them a price that is so low, and it
ends up being more work than what customer tells us, then we kind of shot ourselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, because we already gave them a quote, they're set on that price, and then because the customer can only tell us so much of what they could see from the bottom, and it's only when you go up to the roof and you physically see what type of mess you're dealing with, whether there's 3 or 4 or 5 nests under the panels, how much bird poop is under the panels. If you have to lift up the panels, all that comes into play when it comes to how much you're quoting the customer. And if you start off low, then there's no wiggle room to make any money by going higher. You want to price higher so that there can be some negotiation as far as pricing, if you can go
if you
lower.
can. I mean,
if it's worth your while. if it's worth your time.
We've been to places to where there's so many pigeons, and we know how bad it is in that particular area. But there's guys out here that are trying to do it for dirt cheap, and you don't see them. And it's like they go out there, they'll get the job, they'll get it done, and before you know it, they're gone. The customer's calling back saying, "Hey, I can't find the last guy who went out there and did bird proofing for us, but he said that he was going to do this." I think we just had one the other day where they couldn't find the guy to do the bird proofing. I think he did something. I don't know what he did.
Oh no, it was a cleaning.
It was
a cleaning.
Oh, explain that, the cleaning.
But no, they came to, well, they had hired them to clean them at one point, and then they wanted to schedule them again to do a cleaning, and they couldn't reach them. They didn't know what happened to them, and it turns out that I think they went out of business or something like that.
Yeah, and we ended up getting the phone call to go out there and clean up the mess. And I've had some videos that I've actually haven't even done yet that I've ran into really bad bird proofing, and went out there and did videos on it to show the customer what you are paying for. Because as a customer, if the price is too good to be true, then most likely the work is not going to be there. The work is not going to be, subpar. It's going to be okay. It may be something where the solar panel cleaner will come in, get it done real quick, and then they're out because they're off to their next job. They're off to the next person. And before you know it, it's like, hey, I still hear birds underneath the solar panels, or something's going on to where, we're getting phone calls and we're going, oh, well, when did you get this done? What, last week? Well, you better call that company back. And so they call the company back, and then they're no longer in business, or they're not picking up their phone to pretty much finish the job. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat box. We love it when you guys ask these questions. Just put it in the chat box itself. I know Jose Luis Perez Jr. is on. I feel like
before that.
Okay.
The one you were talking about. Yeah, I think the reason why they didn't call us is because we were told that they were going to call that same company that did it to come back and fix it. So I think that's what happened, is they were going to call that company back to fix the problem.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, all right.
They were going to try to call them first
to see if they can go back out and
see if they fix it right.
Okay. That was that one situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jose Luis Perez Jr. says, I feel like as new people join the business and have no clue about the industry, they come up with a cheap pricing. And I get it. No one wants to share info for free, but no one wants to pay either. Right. There's a lot of, okay. So this year I'm finding out that there's just so much more competition now that people are doing price checking now. They are well aware. They're going on the internet. They are seeing people like us out here on YouTube talking about this, and they are doing their homework and going out there and checking and trying to get prices. Now, there are some people out here that are very, very cheap, and they're not willing to pay for professional cleaning. Their mindset is, well, they're just solar panels. We go and get them clean, and then they'll do their job. But what they don't understand as a customer, what a customer doesn't understand is what happens if somebody's using cheap equipment or scratching the glass or causing more issues because they have using the wrong solution or using the wrong ingredients or what have you, or they're not doing it like they should. Well, a customer won't even know, even if the solar panels were clean good enough, because most of the time they'll take the pictures when they're wet, so it doesn't show. It's only until it dries that they see the spots that they actually miss. And a lot of them don't have, they're not going to go up their 2-story home to go look at the solar panels, see how clean they are. So there's some guys out here that will get the drones out that we heard and will take pictures or look at it from their drone, which is all fine. But if somebody's charging you $50 for your $40,000 system to go clean your solar panels, that should automatically set up a red flag for you in the first place. Are they insured? Are they, doing things that they that a professional company is going to do? Whether they have insurance, their business license, you name it. Right? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We had a customer that we cleaned before, and they expected us to be up on the roof cleaning, I think 30 to 40, let's just say 40 panels. Expected Henry to be up on the roof for an hour.
An hour.
And he was surprised that it only took Henry about 20 minutes.
And that was setup time to clean the solar panels and then come back down. He actually watched me on his ring, and he didn't want to pay us. Basically did not want to pay us for our services because we were too fast. And I had to explain to him, we have a very expensive brush. We can clean a lot of panels in a day, close to almost 1,000 panels in one day with our brush. And for us to be up there any longer, and I explained to him and told him, look, if I clean your panels 8 times with my brush in 20 minutes. After that point, all I'm doing is wasting my water, my deionized water. And I showed them the before pictures. I showed them the after pictures. And I always take before and after pictures to prove to the customers, we did our job. Here's your panels, what they look like before. And I always do a close-up showing the dirt, showing the debris. And then when I show the customers, they can zoom in on the picture and see how clean it actually is. And
Henry cleaned 70 panels today in about maybe
half an hour.
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes.
About 30. And that's going over them. I think
we went over 3 times.
About 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And that was 70 panels. And
this was a 1-story house.
It was a 1-story house. And I got beautiful pictures of
it was a long house.
The before and the after, and it's night and day by the time that we got done. Customer should be pleased with the results after he sees how nice they look, every single panel. And that took me less than 30 minutes. And I was taking my time on it just to make sure that every spot was good. And I had Susan out here on the ground looking at it from the ground, making sure that I didn't miss any spots.
I helped him on this one because the house was long and had to make sure the hose didn't get caught on anything because there were so many panels up on the roof that, with him stretching it, he's way on one side of the house and I'm on the other, making sure the hose doesn't get caught underneath the panels.
Right.
As he's moving along.
Yeah. So, we we're super busy. And here's the thing. You need to charge what you charge and be the expensive guy on the block in order to make good money in this business with as much competition as you have. If and I market myself, I market the company, and I spend lots and lots and lots of money when it comes to marketing. And I know exactly what to do when it comes to marketing to get the phone calls. And this is the difference between us and everybody else is people call us, whether they're commercial or residential. We just got one that we did a residential for, and he had a commercial building, and we're giving him a quote on the commercial building to do that one because he was so happy with the results on the solar panels we did for his residential. See, that's how it works. And a lot of new people that come in that have these simple brushes that they're using, and I'm not knocking them, okay? My thing is with Rick and I, when we started out 5 years ago, we ran into that problem where we said, okay, we're going to use a 12-inch brush. And we started out with a 12-inch water fed pole and brush. I'm sorry, a 12-inch brush head with a water fed pole. We started out with that, and we got rid of that quickly. I mean, we got rid of that fast because it was a lot of work. And when we told the guy, yeah, it's 20, well, the other guy, he said something like, well, the other guy took over an hour. And I'm like, well, I'm not the other guy. I'm the guy who is the expert. I'm the guy with the experience. I know how to get up on a roof, get them clean, and time is money. And if you have the right equipment, you can't argue that point. A customer cannot argue the point. If you got a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 brush, and the other guy has a $40 brush, well, what do you think? Which one is going to work much, much better? And so this is what we explain to our customers, so they're not surprised. This is why we go out there and take the before and after pictures, and even the during pictures.
Now, in some cases, very rare, but some cases, he would have to use both because it's too difficult to do it from the top. It's easier.
Well, let's clarify that, because when you say use both, you're talking about
the C1000
and the Solitech.
The Solitech brush, which is the smaller brush.
I have a 23-inch brush with 500 psi coming out of the brush. It's not one of the ones like WCR cells that water barely spits out. This 500 psi coming out of one nozzle, and it's a wide span, and you can literally go out there and clean these from the ground fairly easy, and it comes out beautiful. So even that brush itself with the pole is over $2,000. Just that equipment alone. So
he's had to use both at one job.
Yeah, of course.
So it's good to have a backup just in case something becomes a little too difficult, where it is going to be easier if I do it from the ground on the bottom part of the panels, as opposed from the top. So
we start earlier. We start, we're out of the house by 6:15, 6:30 sometimes.
Because it's going to get hot.
It's getting hotter. We want to get done as quickly as we can because we don't want to get too much heat, burnout, what have you. Even today, we had a number of jobs today, and my last job was 70 pounds. And that was 12 o'clock.
But luckily, it was a one-story house.
Thank God
it would have been a different story if it was two-story, but it was one story. So it's still hot, but it was.
It's still 70 panels, and when you're cleaning 70 panels, by yourself, It's a lot of work, and I'm gonna
I
give
was up there.
no, I'm gonna give her credit. She was actually helping me with the hose.
I was up there and
And
it was hot. I was hot and I wasn't
she
doing the
was
work.
filming. She was, doing a lot of videos and stuff, which was awesome. And it just saves me a lot of time because if I'm and I literally had to take one section, go to the next, and continue on. But what I had to do, it was wind was picking up,
Mhm.
and I had to find out the direction that the wind was blowing because the wind was blowing this direction. So I had to start from the other end. So everything, all the dirt and all that was going towards the old panels. A lot of guys don't even think about that, And so when they actually went over them, they were they were clean. And I like to go out there, make sure they're good. So I'm not only going to go one time on these solar panels, I'm going several times to make sure I let them dry. And then I work on the other section. I take a look at these. And if I missed anything for any reason, I can go back to it, hit it again, and boom, it's done. And guys who have the cheaper equipment, I don't think they don't want to do that because they're up there a long time. So if they're up there a long time, it's it time is money, like I said. Um, Dowd solar netting and cleaning. Yep, 100% agree with you. I'm seeing price shoppers up here in Modesto,
And
Manteca
area now.
too.
I usually have to inform the client why we are more expensive than the others. Cheaper isn't better.
Cheaper
Where's
is
Manteca?
that's
Is that
by Modesto.
Okay.
It's probably like a sub area. I'm not sure. But I'm sorry, guys. I got spots on my chest right here, and it's not sweat. It's just stained, I guess. I got a brand new shirt, and it's really upsetting
From
me.
work.
It's upsetting me because I should be wearing a nicer shirt than this.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, as I was saying, there new people that are coming in. Pay attention to when you come into this business. You gotta ask the right questions. Don't expect this business to be a year-around business because it's not. I don't care what anybody says. Come November, you can market the heck out of yourself, and if it's raining, you're not getting phone calls. Until March, it was even longer this last year because there was more rain. So we didn't start, we had a late start. But
Actually,
no, I take that back.
we started in January,
A
actually.
lot of people had a late start. We actually started in January because we had a lot of bird proofings to do, repeat customers.
Mhm.
So that helped us out. But keep in mind, this business has been going for 5 years. You got guys that are just coming out their first year and are sitting there and knowing what I'm talking about because you're out here waiting for that phone call. And I know here in LA, we got well over 100 guys out here doing solar panel cleaning. So the competition is fierce when it comes to this area. Northern California, I know, is getting a lot of solar panel cleaners because they call me. Everybody from Northern California has called me and asked, hey, I want to get into the solar panel cleaning business. You're on YouTube. I need some advice. And before you know it, they're Sacramento, Modesto, Fresno, San Francisco, Eureka, you name it. They're all starting Santa Rosa, you name it. Gilroy. There's just a bunch of Northern California guys that are starting to get into the business, and they're gouging each other. Every single person that I've talked to, I ask them, what do you charge per panel? What do you plan on charging per panel? What do you plan on charging, a flat rate? And a lot of them will give me that answer, and I'm like, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose by pricing it so low. But they have competition. So I understand where they're coming from when it comes to their pricing.
I had one customer. We had booked them, getting ready to go out and clean them in a few days, and the guy called us and said, "I want to cancel my appointment." And I said, "Oh, why is that?" "Oh, I decided I'm going to clean them myself." And I said, "Oh, wait a minute. What are you planning on using to clean?" And he said, "Just cancel me. Thank you. Bye."
He found somebody else. That is the polite way of saying, I found somebody cheaper. Okay. And that's fine. We don't want those customers. We want the customers that care about their solar panel unit, about their solar panels in general. We can care less about the customers who want to go cheap and want just anybody to go up there and clean their solar panels. I don't want those customers, because those customers, their solar panels won't last 20 years, 25 years, not even 15 years. Because if you got people up there that are cleaning it with soap or any type of detergent or anything, or scratching the glass or etching the glass or taking the top protective layer off that glass, then the customer is the only person that is going to lose. That's it, the customer. We have people that have called us and said, I got this guy, he removed paint and it's covered and we can't get it off. And we looked at it and said, sorry, your solar panels are gone. They're ruined. You might as well buy some new ones. And that's the sad part, because customers need to understand who they are hiring when it comes to cleaning solar panels. Are they hiring professionals? Are they hiring people out there that are just doing it on the weekend, that just fill up their truck and go out there and get some water, and they charge $50 for cleaning? You know, this industry is an unregulated industry. So anybody can come in and clean solar panels. Anybody. And I've said this before. You could come straight out of jail, get a job doing solar panel cleaning, start a business doing solar panel cleaning, and make money, especially in the summer months. But do they know what they're doing? Do they know how to clean the solar panels correctly? Do they know what equipment to use, what insurance they should be having, going after commercial jobs? And it just cracks me up, and I even talk about this, is every single person that is coming into the solar industry, the solar panel cleaning industry, they all want to start out with commercial. They want to all go after the big fish. And I just shake my head, because there's a lot of things that come into play just getting these big accounts. A lot. And if you don't have workman's comp, you don't have insurance, you don't have auto liability coverage for commercial, you don't have, your business license, you don't have your, other things. You don't need an LLC. You don't need any of that. You can go out there and do this work, just with those things. But the ones that are experienced, they know in detail. Oh, I got to go rent a boom lift. That's going to cost me $1,000 for the weekend. Oh, I got to go rent a water buffalo for this field out here that doesn't have water. Well, that's going to cost me another $1,000. Oh, I got to go get a permit for a meter, a water meter, and that's going to cost me $2,000 for the city. You know, they don't know about that. It's sticker shock, and it's like, oh shoot, I bid it too low, and then they're never bidding on those jobs again. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. All solar cleaning services. Hello from hot and rainy Florida. What's up there, Juanito? That's Juan from All Solar Cleaning Services in Orlando, Florida. Guys, smash the like button. We really appreciate that when you guys smash the like button right there. Hit that like button. Let us know that you guys like our videos, share our videos, especially our lives. You know, we come out here, we answer your questions. If you're brand new to solar panel cleaning, just put it in chat. We are here to answer any of your questions if we can. And we answer questions that don't hurt our business. So don't ask us what we charge to clean solar panels for commercial or residential. You're not going to get it from us. We have too much competition out there. We got over 100 people just in our area. We know how to market ourselves, and this is what we're good at, is marketing. And when we go out there and I spend money on marketing, you could spend $2,000, $3,000 in the summertime just to try to beat your competition out, because there are guys out here, the top dogs out here are paying at least $2,000 for the marketing a month, at least. So you got to make sure that you guys have a budget for that, have a budget for equipment, have a budget for a lot of things, because anything can change from day to day. And like Susan said, you know, we've been getting a lot more bird proofings this year, and I mean, we can charge $4,500 for bird proofing, fairly easy on massive houses, or we can charge, you know, less than $1,000 on some of these simple ones. But there's guys out here that they don't have a clue what to charge. And so when they do charge really, really cheap, and they're out there in 110-degree weather for 5 hours, then they think about it and go, oh, man, I got to charge more than this, because I'm ready to pass out over here, and I've been on this roof for 6 hours and 110-degree weather. We've had it with commercial. How many commercial jobs have we gone to that other people have started and quit? How many of those have you seen?
A few.
Right. And who do they call?
They call us.
Exactly. Because it's too much for these guys to handle. And so they give us a call. We go out there and we get it done. And as long as you know what you need, is covering your expenses, then you got to charge that. And we know guys out here on the East Coast are charging more money than guys on the West Coast. We know that. Guys on the central, what do you say? There was in the Midwest, you know, there's guys out there charging more money than guys here in California. You know, Top G Solar Clean LLC. What's up there, Top G? Whoever is bird proofing for $400 to $600, I'm hiring.
Me too.
Man, he's hiring those people for that charge that much money. You just got to be careful, because
also,
what kind of work are they doing for that price anyway? So.
For you solar panel cleaners that live in states where your summer season it's raining,
Like the East Coast.
Like the East Coast. I don't know what part of the East Coast, but do you have to adjust your, you know, your timing of when your season starts, your solar panel cleaning starts? Because our summer season we're not getting the rain, but your summer season you're getting the rain. How do you prepare for that out there where you're in the East Coast? Does it become
It's just not just the United States. I mean, people watch us from all over the place.
Mhm.
You know, they watch us from all over, from Europe to
Well,
Australia.
I'm talking specifically just within the States.
Okay, well
I'm
that's
not
fine.
bringing up all the international ones.
Well, no, but my point is, even like Europe,
Yeah.
you know, their seasons are a little different
Yeah.
than our seasons.
But I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the people within the States.
Oh,
for
so you
right
just
now.
want to just go out there and just say, oh, just the people in the States.
I'm just interested right now in the people in the States. So, you know. Because
Sorry, guys that are international. Do not get offended.
I'm just talking about people within the States. That's my question to those people. Because I haven't heard too much about the international ones where they've had problems with rain. I just based on what I see in the chat, it's been people within the States.
Well, Maximum Shine Solar.
In Florida.
It says it's
Tampa.
raining in Tampa, Florida. Yeah. So, okay. So let's go ahead and this Top G Solar Cleaning says, I'm just joking. They do such a bad job and use the cheapest mesh. Yes, we know that. Dow Solar Netting and Cleaning. You want to take this one?
Yeah. Do you have another crew? If so, when do you know it? Did you know it was the right time to bring on another crew? I have one employee right now, but we are getting booked up 6 to 10 days in advance currently.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so to answer that question, I already know when our busy season is. So it is very hard for solar panel cleaners in this industry to keep employees. That's a given because it's seasonal. A lot of you guys don't want to hear that, but this is seasonal. So to answer your question right now, I'm handling everything myself. So when I have big jobs, I have carports, I have rooftops. Sometimes I will outsource that, and I will go out there and pay a percentage to get the job done.
Because he can't be at
I
two
can't
places
be
at one time.
at two places at one time, and it has to make sense. Has to make sense for the person that I hire, and it has to make sense to the person to us as a company. So we're not the cheapest when it comes to solar panel cleaning, by far. I'm telling you that right now. But I can tell you, we make money every year. I can tell you that. Now, I don't go out there and hire guys unless I really need to. I know of a company right now that hired well over 10 to 15 guys that are on his crew right now. And I'm telling you, those guys will probably not have work in about a couple of months. They will probably be looking for work elsewhere. It doesn't make sense to hire 10, 15 guys in the solar panel cleaning industry because there's not enough work. There is so many people that are getting into this industry that are trying to do it by themselves, trying to go out there and have maybe one or two guys. That's all fine. That's all good. But when you start hiring so much and you start trying to mass market yourself, you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in this industry. I'm telling you that right now. We keep all the money ourselves. If we do a job, every time we go out, we keep all that money. We don't give it to anybody. That goes back into our business. And guess what happens to our bank account? goes up every summer. Huge. You can do $20 to $30 to $40,000 a month cleaning solar panels if you have the right mentality, you have the right marketing, and you have the contacts, and you have the people that you have for return customers. I cannot express to you how much return customers could bring you extra money during your off season. Extra money. It's like summertime. This is why you have to price reasonable, but not price too low. Because the people that are giving these jobs, getting these jobs for $50 for 30 panels, 20 panels, and these guys are doing it for $50, guess who they're calling the next time? The guy who did it for $50. And see, the guy who did it for $50 could never raise his prices. Never. Because that's what he sold them at. He sold them at $50. I sell them at $400. If I sell them at $400 and they're repeat customers, tell you what, I'm going to knock $50 off for you.
There's more room.
There's more wiggle room.
Yeah.
Right. And we can do that. But the guy who charged $50, what's he going to drop down to? 25? He'll be, to make a long story short, those guys usually on the next season are gone. We see it all the time. These guys come in, they won't last. They cannot sustain the off season when it's raining, when it's having to go out there and clean these panels. During the off summer months, they don't last. They're gone. Then we see new companies pop up. Boom, 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 boom. All the time. Dow, I hope I gave you some good advice. It's awesome that you have one employee and you're getting booked to 6 to 10 days in advance currently. That's awesome. It's summertime. You should be there. You should be booking 6 to 7 to 8 calls a day. That's what you should be booking.
With the fire in Kern County, does that affect them?
Yes.
In Modesto?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
I think there's a fire.
It doesn't
Kern
matter.
County, right?
Any fire causes smoke.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'm just talking about from where he's from.
Oh, no. But yeah.
I know that I just heard that there was a fire in Kern County yesterday.
I don't know if that's affecting them because I don't know what area, if that's even close. If it's Kern County, I don't think so. No. But there's fires everywhere. And if there's fires everywhere, where there's smoke, there's ash. And when ash lands on your solar panels, forget it.
Right. But I was just referring just to him because he's in that area up north.
Who?
Dowd.
Oh, Dowd Solar. So why don't you ask Dowd?
That's what I was.
The question.
That's what I was doing. But then you started talking about fires in general. I'm asking him because he's in Modesto.
So Dowd, Susan wants to know
if the fire. I don't know how far Kern County is from where you're at. If that's affected,
his business.
Your business, yeah, because
in a good way or in a bad way.
In any way.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. No.
Yeah. He also says thank you, by the way. Maximum Shine. Do you guys pay Google Ads or other marketing tools? I have a great Google my business page. A lot of people find me here on YouTube. So there's a lot of marketing. There's a lot of guys that do Instagram ads and Facebook ads. I don't like doing those just because, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, there's a lot of cheap people that will try to find cheap prices on those platforms. And I'm telling you right now, if people go to Facebook to socialize, people go to Instagram to go look at pictures, videos, same thing with TikTok. It doesn't make sense to me to advertise on Instagram when there's hundreds of other solar panel cleaners advertising on Instagram. So basically they're Instagramming, they're putting out their Instagram, and they may get jobs. They may. I don't know. I don't go out there and do that just because my emphasis is Google, YouTube. We get people that do a Google search and find us on the number 1 position or the number 2 position. We're pretty high without being sponsored. We're not paying for it. All of it now is organic. And so this is great marketing team. This is where we're 40 miles out, somebody searches for solar panel cleaners near me, and our company pops up on the very top without being sponsored. And for those of you who don't know what sponsored means, that means that somebody put out an ad and it goes on the very top page, not organically. But those clicks are around $13 to $14 per click on Google for solar panels, solar panel cleaning. So can get very, very expensive.
Don't mind the cat in the background.
What cat? There's no cat in the background.
She's our mascot.
She is our mascot. Her name is Tink. And she loves it when I come out here and I'm doing my thing.
She loves the attention.
She loves it. Dow says, yeah, a bunch of the fires north of us get ash on the panels. Usually results in more bookings, especially homeowners that can see their panels from the driveway. And there's a lot of people that go onto their app and see a dramatic drop. And that's usually when the phone calls start to happen. The phone calls start to happen when it gets extremely hot. It's summer. That's when everybody starts calling and says, oh, I need my solar panels clean. I need them clean today. Why is it taking so long? Well, you caught us in our busy season. Okay, well, we'll call somebody else. And then they call somebody else and they're finding out it's the same thing. Every solar panel cleaner is busy because this is the busy season. And the hotter it gets, the more calls you're going to get. You may not even have to advertise as long as you got a good presence on Google or Yahoo or Bing or any social media website. You may get phone calls. Yelp, Thumbtack, Nextdoor. All these companies are willing to take your money.
That's a key word. Take your money.
What do you mean, take your money?
Because
explain, take your money. Explain that to.
I've noticed that with Nextdoor and Yelp, you don't get your money back if things are working out as far as the services that you're getting from them, and they rather give you a credit.
No, they don't even give you a credit.
They don't give you a credit either. Okay. Well,
no. Okay, so Nextdoor,
their customer service is not great, is what I'm trying to say.
They don't have customer service. Yelp doesn't have customer service. Yelp is one of the worst marketing companies you guys could ever get into, ever. Because if a customer leaves you a good review and you stop your service, maybe $600 a month for ads, and you're competing with other people. So let me explain to you how this works. Somebody is searching for solar panel cleaning on Yelp or Thumbtack. They click on you and say, how much do you charge to clean solar panels? That's all they have to do. That is a lead. So Thumbtack or Yelp will turn around and charge you for that. And then
For the click, right?
for the click, and then you give them the price and they text you back saying, okay, thank you, I went somewhere else. And they hired another solar panel cleaner.
But you still get charged for the click.
You definitely get charged. And then you turn around and you debate it with Yelp or Thumbtack and say, hey, I didn't get hired. Well, they're going to sit there and go, sorry,
That's not our problem.
that's not our problem. See, it's them taking your money. And even if you try to challenge, even if you put in a dispute with these companies, you're going to get turned down most of the time. Other people may tell you, I don't know. You know, some people get really lucky with these services. I don't know. Maybe they're not charging what they should be charging. Maybe they're charging peanuts just to get the job. A lot of them will do that. But I'm not the type of person that if it's summertime and we know we're busy and a guy offers me, hey, can you do it for $50? Can you do it for less than $80? You know what I'm going to tell him? No, go find another company. We're busy. That's my attitude because we are busy. It's one person is going to pay $300-$400 and another person may pay $100 or $80. Just depends. And, so for us, we're going to take that customer that's paying the most money right away. They're going to get first priority, first service. These are our VIP customers. She's on the phone right now talking to a customer. So that tells you even at 6 o'clock, we're open till 8. So we still get phone calls. All right. Dow says, oh yeah, Yelp sucks. Yelp is all controlled by computers and algorithms. Customer service can't do anything. Top G, clean. Thumbtack is hit or miss, but I do feel that they send fake leads. Are you getting the jobs? That's how you know you're not getting fake leads. Are you getting the work? Are those leads coming in to where you're booking? If you're not booking, most likely it's somebody just checking. Who knows? So, good questions, guys. If you guys have anything in chat that you want to put in there, feel free to put it in chat. It is going on 53 minutes. Man, we're on almost an hour and just don't even realize how long we're on.
It's still pretty hot outside.
Yeah. Really, really hot outside. And that's another thing that you guys should be saying is it worth it for you to clean solar panels in 110-degree weather for peanuts? Or do you charge what you're worth? Or what you think you're worth? Do you do that? I do. I'm going to go out there and charge what I'm worth. And if they take it, great. If they don't, call somebody else. Let that guy be working at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 110-degree weather with the wrong equipment, and who knows what he's doing to your solar panels. Because I know I can do a lot of solar panels in a very, very short period of time, but I pay for that. What's up there, Jess Rowe?
Jess Rowe, in California, do you need a hard hat on a boom lift or can I wear a sun hat? I would recommend, I think normally you should wear a hard hat.
No.
right?
For what?
Or just for safety.
Are you talking commercial or are you talking residential?
No, commercial. Commercial.
No,
on the boom
commercial is,
lift.
oh,
Commer-
no, he doesn't explain. He doesn't say if it's commercial or residential.
Oh. But just if we're doing commercial, when we're on a boom lift, we do wear a hard hat.
Okay, so when you're on a boom lift, yeah, you don't want to get caught by OSHA without a safety harness, a hard hat, gloves, eye protection, all that. That's common sense. There are guys out here that may not do it, and if they get caught, they can get fined heavily. There are guys out here that are promoting safety courses, which is meaningless to me, which are garbage.
Don't waste your money on them.
Don't waste your money on that. But all you need to know is when you say yes, yes, are you talking about residential or are you talking about commercial? I take it that you're talking both residential and commercial. So let me explain how we do residential. We do residential. I never wear a hard hat. I've been climbing roofs for 28 years.
No, he's talking about commercial.
Okay, we'll get to that. I've been climbing roofs for 28 years. You're not going to fall off off a roof in the middle of the roof itself. Okay, the most dangerous part is getting up on the roof and getting off the roof. We have safety devices that we use to keep the ladder in place. Okay, we show that on all of our videos. The ladder safety device that we use that ties on the ladder so it doesn't move. That is the most important thing that you can have on there. There's guys out here that say you got to wear a hard hat, you got to wear a safety harness when you're out there. First of all, you shouldn't be up on that roof for you should be on there for a short period of time. When you're cleaning solar panels, it takes me 15 minutes. My safety, what I'm going to do is if I got to work on the edge of the roof, that's totally different. Wear a harness every single time. If you feel that you are going to be in any type of danger, wear a hard hat, wear a safety device, wear whatever you feel comfortable. We're not telling you that you shouldn't. What I am telling you is 99% of these solar panel cleaners out here that are cleaning solar panels are not wearing hard hats, not wearing the harness, not buckling themselves in, not tying themselves down when they're cleaning solar panels. They get up there, clean the solar panels, and then they come back down. This is how we do it in California. Okay? No company, no OSHA is not going to go after us. I'm telling you that right now. You can argue the difference. Yeah, I have never seen an OSHA person come to a small person like ourselves to go out there and say, well, I'm gonna give you a ticket for not being safe. But you got these guys out here that are pushing solar panel cleaning safety courses, which is a bunch of crap to me because it's right here. If you can't be safe in your head, you don't belong up on a roof, period. Were you up on a roof today?
Mm-hmm.
Susan, up on the roof with me today.
Little me.
Little old her. When she gets up on that ladder, I help her out because I know she's less experienced than I am. So it doesn't matter if she is new. You train that person and you let them know, hey, use a ladder safety device, use a ladder guard, use whatever you need necessary. If you don't feel like you're safe, then put on a safety harness. Tie yourself down. Put on a hard hat if you want to. There's guys out here, I think Juan from Orlando, Florida. On all his videos, you see him with the safety vest and you see him with the hard hat. Okay. But in Florida, I think it's different up there. You have to have something up there, I believe. I'm not sure. But I always see them with that, which is fine. Great. You know, um, but here in California, you don't even have roofers out here taking safety classes. You got guys that are well experienced coming from anywhere and everywhere, can put a roof up in a matter of hours. And it's amazing how quick they do it, and they're not wearing any safety devices whatsoever. But we're not telling you to do that, okay? So don't misconstrue what I'm saying, some of you haters out there. Just, I'm telling you, this is what we do. In the 5 years, I've never had somebody come up to me and say, "Oh, where's your hard hat? Where's your safety harness?" Now, that's residential. Let's talk about commercial. Commercial, we know the requirements. We know the requirements.
Mhm.
The requirements is, okay, if you want to, I'm a vendor for Target. I'm going to use Target as an example. Their requirement is for me to wear a safety harness, glasses, hard hat, and
Safety vest.
a safety. I'm sorry, safety vest.
Mhm.
So if I'm cleaning their windows, I'm wearing a hard hat, safety vest. That's it. I'm on the ground, what have you. If you're up on the
rooftop.
on the rooftop, most of them have a line that goes all the way around the edge of the roof itself that you can clamp onto or tie onto so you don't fall off. Walmart has those also, and Amazon has those. And Amazon, you have to take a safety course in order to be up on the roof. So just so you know. So each company is different. Not that we don't have it, because we have plenty of hard hats, we have plenty of safety harnesses, and common sense rules everything. I know for a fact if I get on a boom lift and I go above 10 feet, I better have a safety harness on. I better have a hard hat on, safety goggles. I better have gloves on. I better have all that because I don't want to go and get in trouble with any authorized agency that's going to sit there and, you know, try to go after you. I know far too much when it comes to those agencies.
Carter and Cartier.
Carter Cartier.
Cartier, thanks for taking the time out of your day to help others out like myself.
No, appreciate it.
Darren, don't know where you're from, if you don't mind sharing. When you first started out and were hanging door hangers, was there a specific type of neighborhood you targeted?
All of them that had solar panels. Here in California, I don't know where you're at, Darren, but here in California, every single neighborhood out here has solar panels. Okay. It's a matter of what area do you want to go after? Do you want to go out? Go ahead.
Was it 2018 or 2019 is when it's required to have solar panels on your home now? Was it 2019?
Well, 2018, they passed something to where if you are buying a brand new home and you're having a home built, it has to have solar panels on it. So they are trying to pass another law that in 2035 maybe that every single house that is being sold, they're trying to push every single house have to have solar panels on it
before you
sell. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to go through or not, but there's a lot of things that are happening in the solar industry. Like I said, the solar industry is an unregulated industry when it comes to solar panel cleaning. Anybody can do solar panel cleaning. And there's a lot of people out here doing it.
Dowd solar netting and cleaning, it can be more dangerous having a harness while cleaning with the 50-foot of hose that's already up there. It would create more to trip on.
Yeah, I mean, it's common sense. I mean, if you're cleaning solar panels from the edge, yeah, of course, I would have a safety harness on. But if you're cleaning solar panels from the middle of a roof and you're cleaning down this way and you're cleaning it down this way, then I mean, you could put a safety harness on, a hard hat on. Maybe a bird might poop on you. Who knows? But for me, I wear a hot, not a hot, I wear a wet cap, and then I put my straw hat over that, and it keeps me nice and cool when I'm cleaning solar panels. Also, I'm in long sleeve. So I wear long sleeve shirts, and I'm cleaning solar panels. And I drink water before I go up there, drink water right when I get back down. I'm drinking water or something to stay hydrated. Like I tell people, you are going to burn out faster than these solar panels will. And I don't know how true of a statement that is. I had one the other day that burnt me out.
Mm-hmm.
I was burns out after that. I think you said I slept really good that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it burned him out completely. It was tough, but got it done. But you're gonna run into situations where you're working on a home where it becomes difficult.
And you got to remember, this is the busy season right here. Summer is the busy season. Everybody's going to call you, even commercial. They're going to call you. Hey, I need my solar panels cleaned. Okay, no problem. Let's put you on the schedule, and you're booking. And we're 3 weeks out. We're almost a month out. And we sit here and we tell them, well, can you get any earlier? We're like, no, we can't. We're booked. What do you want me to do? Work 12 hours a day? Not going to happen.
Sometimes it's hard to accommodate everybody with their schedule. So we try to accommodate them the best we can, but sometimes we have to follow our schedule and what we have because, we're not going to wait till the evening when we've already completed 4 or 5 other jobs, let's say in the morning, and then the customer wants it at 6 o'clock at night. We're not going to wait for that one customer just to clean their panels.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We try to get them as quickly as we can.
Next question.
Just Row, one more question. How do you test the solar panels for dangerous electricity for carports?
Carports, you could go up to a carport. We use meters to check the electricity itself, make sure there's no live voltage. Voltmeter, you can literally put that on there. You want to wear safety equipment when you're working on carports. Most of the time when you're working on carports, you have a harness, a hard hat, gloves, insulated gloves. You got to have those. And you can check voltage on the frame itself. Make sure nothing is live. If worst case scenario, you can shut the system down on carports. They're carports. So you can shut those down and then turn them back on when you're done. If you feel that you are going to be in danger in any way or you're not experienced, we don't touch the power. We try not to. When it comes to that, we clean while they're on, and we never had a problem. Mm-hmm. So Jess, be safe. You can be safe, and I suggest for commercial, you take that extra initiative to make sure you're safe in every way. But we use voltmeters. Voltmeter would tell me we have an irradiance meter that we can use too. but that's kind of something for something totally different. But voltmeter is going to tell you a lot. Uh, Checking for low voltage, checking for amperage, checking for all that. Electricians know exactly what we're talking about when it comes down to that. But um, we used to do something when I worked on power lines, and we worked on the power lines and the cable line. We would check the cable line or the telephone line to see if it was hot, and the company would give us C clamp voltmeters that we would check. So we would check it with that, knowing that there was no voltage on there. But anybody who's been in the electrical field or electrical industry knows that if a live wire and you were to touch a live wire just like this, your hand is going to grab. This is where a lot of people get electrocuted. Okay, by touching it, and their hand just boom, it will just tighten up. If there is a live wire and you are not sure, the back of your hand, if you hit it just like this, it's going to kick it back. It is not going to grab it or try to grab it. That's one of the things that we used to even make sure just by touching it with the back of our hand. And obviously, you want to wear gloves. Okay, that's a given. A lot of times you can feel that voltage, so you'll know if there's something wrong and the back of your hairs are standing up, or your hairs are standing up. There might be some live voltage there, and you got to be really, really careful. So keep that in mind. Safety, you can. There's a lot of things that you can check and do. If you're not sure, okay, take your safety course. If you're not sure, take an electrician course. Take something that's going to help you out, that you know about Ohm's law, about voltage, about DC voltage, amperage, all that. That helps you. I've been in this industry 28 years. Not so much the solar industry, but electrical side. Climbed roofs for almost 25 years. So I know, never fell through a roof, never done any of that, never fell off a roof, never done any of that. So when we preach, tying up that ladder, making sure that ladder safety device is tied onto every single job that you go to, 90% of the time you're going to come home safe. It's when people don't pay attention to what they're doing is when the accidents happen, or when they feel way too comfortable about what they're doing. That's when things happen. So you always want to make sure that you are aware of your surroundings and make sure that you know what you're doing at all times. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, we've gone on way too long here. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Darren, Carter, Dave, Top G, Dowd, Maximum Shine.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, All Solar, Jose, all you guys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
Don't forget to click the like button. We are going to end this because we're tired.
You're tired. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We are
I'm ready.
tired. No.
Dinner time.
Tired. Dinner time is dinner time.
Yes.
So we are going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Do you know, after a long day, you can go into a hot tub and relax your muscles for 2 or 3 hours? Do you know that? That's what I'm going to be doing. Get in that hot tub, relax the muscles. Thank you, guys, for coming on. Appreciate you. Susan's trying to tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Stay safe out there. Thank you guys for joining us.
Stay hydrated.
We appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We will catch you guys on the next video. All right, guys. See ya. Peace.